You have to realize this. What problem do I solve in the marketplace? This is worth my time. This is worth my time watching this video. This guy really cares. He's not just out for my money. And I'm not a speech therapist. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Daniel Francis, and in this video, I'm gonna break down the 6 secrets to $10,000 a month as a coach, how to achieve this number in 2024, depending on how big you're thinking, how big you're aiming for. And so if you follow this exact process, I promise you it will change the game for you and it will change your life forever. So let's get into it. And by the way, if you guys are enjoying these videos, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, show some love down below. I provide these videos so I can help coaches all across the world be able to share their message, their mission, be able to turn what they're doing from a hobby into a full-time career, be able to take care of their family, impact the world at the highest levels, just like the way that I did in the stuttering niche, and now I do with coaches at the same thing. So with that being said, let's get into it. So number one, the first thing that we want to talk about is this. What problem do you solve in the marketplace? This is the biggest question you can ask yourself right now. So I'm a coach. What problem do I solve in people's lives? Do you solve the problem of fitness? Do you solve the problem of relationships? Do you solve the problem of business? Do you solve the problem of real estate? Do you solve the problem of stuttering? Do you solve the problem of nutrition, type 2 diabetes, relationship with parents? Whatever the case is, you have to ask yourself, what problem do I solve in the marketplace? And you have to realize this. People pay to solve problems. Say it one more time. People pay to solve problems. They don't pay for a pretty course. They don't pay for how good looking this video is. They pay for one thing. It's why people give you their attention. Is this a thing that is going to solve a problem that's in my life? And when you get very clear on that, then you can build an offer. So for example, let's say you're really good at sales, okay? You have solved the problem of figuring out the sales game. So technically there's people out there who are struggling with sales and would love to hire someone to help them understand the art of objection handling, understand the art of presentation, of following up, of calling, of having a good pitch, of being able to deal with highs and lows. And so you have to ask yourself again, what problem do I solve? And then it's about going to the market and saying, hey, I have this problem. What do you think about it? The next thing that we want to do is number 2, which is once we understand the problem that we solve, we want to grow a niche. We want to grow an audience around this problem. So for example, for me, I knew the biggest problem that people had a hard time with was stuttering. They want to overcome stuttering, and speech therapy wasn't working. Antidepressants wasn't the thing that they wanted to do. And so for me, the problem that I solved was overcoming stuttering, speaking with confidence. Then what I want to do is I want to grow an audience around it. So for example, I could build an audience called Overcoming Stuttering Community, which is what my Facebook group was called. And so now it's a niche audience around this topic. So for example, if you're a sales coach, what we're doing though is you say, hey, I help people triple their commissions within 60 days, or I help people double what they make, right? Then what we do is we want to build an audience of salespeople, right? Problem do I solve? Now let's build an audience of people that would be interested in the solution to the problem. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is we want to do value. So what is value? Once you have the problem, then we want to build an audience. Okay, so to me, if you've seen my videos before, I'm a big fan of Facebook groups. I think it's the simplest way to build an actual simple, mature, consistent niche audience. Rather than just posting randomly on Instagram or TikTok off the bat. I think there's a power in that, or YouTube or podcasts. But for me, a Facebook group is a very intimate niche platform, okay? Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. Now, quick question for you. If you are a coach looking to scale and launch your coaching business, click the link down below. I built a 40-minute training basically where I documented my whole life from losing my job during COVID, from launching my business, from being able to enroll clients all over the world through this process called community building. So it's a training I put my blood, sweat, and tears in. I promise it'll be worth your time. So click the link down below and we'll go back to the show. And then the third thing we want to do is now we're building this audience. So once the people start coming into this actual group, okay, we want to provide them free value. One of my favorite lines is before someone pays you, they do their due diligence with all your free stuff. So if your free stuff is crap, I'm pretty sure your paid stuff is also going to be crap. But if your free stuff is amazing, now it's like, well, if that's just the free stuff, I wonder what the paid stuff is. And so that's the idea. So for example, when we're on number 3, value, what is value? Well, value is, for example, I'm hoping that you watch this video and you go, damn, this guy knows what he's talking about. I've caught your attention. So now what I'm doing is I'm providing value to your life, where I'm hoping that you want to do more due diligence on me and my company. That's the idea. So what we want to do is we want to provide content. Content could be in the form of a video. Content could be in the form of a written post. Content could be in the form of a live. Content could be in the form of an interview with someone else. Content could be in the form of starting a conversation or creating a thread or a poll in a Facebook group and people chatting about it. That is what value is, where people, now their attention is in this community. So, one of my favorite lines is attention is the new oil. Right? So what that means is, like, what people are fighting for today, back in the day was oil, today it's attention. How do we get people's attention? And so you want to get people's attention, you got to provide them value in a niche, where like, this is worth my time. This is worth my time watching this video. This is worth my time actually reading this post. This is worth my time actually responding to this thread, okay? Another way you can provide value is free calls. So when I first began, remember, I'm not a speech therapist. I'm just a guy who had a stuttering issue, and I wanted to help people overcome their stuttering issue. So for me, when I first began, what I needed to do was not only to provide value in the form of videos, written, lives, but I also want to provide one-on-one free value, right? Some of you guys may be like, well, they're not paying me. Why do I want to help them for free? Because you're providing them value. Because those free calls will turn into paid clients. Will every single free call become a paid client? Of course not. You're living in a fairy tale if that's the case. But the idea goes, you provide enough, and this is how I operate. It's karma. You provide enough great value to people, someone is going to raise their hand and be like, hey, I want more of this. How do I pay for it? How do I get more of your attention? And so this is what number 3 is, value. This can be in the form of content or for example, in my Facebook group, I have a whole method of setting up free calls with people. Hey, welcome to my Facebook group. Happy to have you here. Based on your membership question, when you joined the Facebook group, I saw the biggest challenge you have right now is speaking under pressure, right? Let's say interviews, right? Job interviews. I could provide, when I'm first beginning, hey, why don't we jump onto a free call, man? Hey, because you're in my Facebook group, I'm a big fan of giving value to my audience. Why don't we set up a free call and I can give you some feedback. So when you have your next job interview, I can give you, I'm sure you saw my videos and my content. Let's jump onto a free call. It's not going to cost you anything. And it's just my way of giving back to the community. And only thing that I would ask is that if you found the call very helpful, you can send me a quick, testimonial. Hey, Dan, thank you so much for this call, blah, 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 blah. But if it sucks, don't worry about it. And so why am I doing this? Because I'm creating value. I'm creating a fan base. I'm creating an audience that goes, damn, this guy really cares. He's not just out for my money. He's not just out for my business, right? And when you do that to a wide enough audience, again, the cream of the crop starts to rise and people start to go, hey, I want more of this, okay? Then we go to number 4. Once you start getting all this feedback from your audience, so now you've grown this group, you solve this problem, you have this audience, you're growing the audience, you don't have like just 10 people in your Facebook group, but you have 200, you have 300, right? You're providing value to a lot of these people. Some people are watching, some people are not commenting, some people are viewing, some people are not liking, but they're creeping. By the way, if you know anything about content, people are always watching your stuff. Even if they're not liking or commenting, they're watching. Once we do that, you're getting all this feedback from the marketplace. So they're like, okay, so I'm struggling with, with job interviews, right? So in stuttering, something that was pretty funny was everyone feared the drive-through, So I would hear all this. Then what we want to do is we want to gather all this data. So you have now you have this audience. Now you have these people who are interested. They appreciate you. They respect you. They look at you like a figure of authority. Now what we want to do is we want to pitch them what I would call an irresistible offer. An offer that they can't refuse, if you've ever watched The Godfather before. But it's like, hey, I've got all this data from my audience, from this niche group. I understand what they're struggling with. I understand what they want to achieve. Now let me build an offer and say, hey, if I came out with this program, who would want it? And so why are we doing this? Well, because what do most coaches do? They don't even do any of this stuff. They do no market research. They go and spend weeks and months trying to build this perfect program. And they go, hey guys, my fitness program is ready. My stuttering program is ready. My business coaching program is ready. It's like, no, we don't want to do that. We want to grab data. Then we want to say, okay, so I'm seeing all this stuff. So for example, when I was building my speaking offer, I was like, okay, cool. So They're having a hard time with mindset. They're having a hard time with carrying fear and baggage. They're having a hard time with speaking and smiling and body language. They're having a hard time with public speaking. They're having a hard time with socializing and being able to smile. Okay, cool. So let me now build this offer and say, hey, who'd be into it? So that's what I did. It's called the beta offer. So basically it's like, hey, guys, thank you so much for being in my Facebook group, in my audience. I hope you guys have appreciated everything I've kind of been giving you guys. I'm opening up a few spots in a program that I'm creating. It's basically, it's a pilot program. I'm only allowing 3 to 5 to 6 people in, right? You create scarcity. And what we're going to be doing is going to be let's say it's going to be a 6-week program. Okay. We're going to be covering the 6 topics, right? The yellow brick road. Topic number 1 is mindset. Topic number 2 is fear. Topic number 3 is speaking with confidence. Topic number 4 and 5 is public speaking. Topic number 5 is socializing. And what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be doing these live calls. It's going to be on a group call. Again, we're building an offer. It's going to be it's going to be 6 live group calls, and you're going to have unlimited one-on-one support throughout the actual 6 weeks. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Look, all of these videos plus exclusive content, we also upload onto my podcast called The Underdog with Daniel Francis. So if you are someone who's on the go, driving, going for a walk, or just would rather have the audio, go to my podcast, The Underdog with Daniel Francis, streaming on all different platforms. Promise you it'll be worth your time. Back to the show. And here's the best part. Normally, I'm going to be charging this high rate. By the way, this is exactly what I did. Normally, I'm going to be charging $2,500 for my program, but because it's a pilot program, I'm offering an 80-90% discount. So what I did was, this is my offer when I first began, right? Because I didn't know if people would actually pay me for it. I would say, hey, normally my program is $2,500, but right now I'm going to be offering for $300. And so for me, when I made that offer, it was an irresistible offer. This is limited time. It's at a ridiculously great rate, and I've gotten a lot of value from this individual. 6 people signed up. So I made my first $1,800 in the online space. Woo-wee! Fantastic, right? And then what I did was I taught it, and what that showed me was not that I knew what I was doing, but what it showed me that people were willing to pay me for this idea that I made up. At some level, right? Because that's pretty much what I did. So this idea from the ether, I put it onto paper, and people put their credit card down. That shows me that I can go all in with this. Look, if I did that pitch and I gave all this value and no one signed up, thank God I didn't spend months and months recording these videos, posting onto a membership site, preparing all these websites. So I got validation from the marketplace. Now it's like, great. And I knew, and this came from my coach, if I could sell for $300, someone would pay $500. Someone would then also pay $1,000. Someone would also pay $2,000. Someone would pay $3,000, $5,000, $6,000. It could be $10,000, right? And so that was the idea. So that's what I did. I did my beta launch. I made an irresistible offer. And then what I did is I just increased my rates. Number 5 is now increase the rates. So what I did after that is I go, great. I taught the 6-week course. Everyone's happy. People are giving their testimonials. Everyone's like, this is amazing. What a great deal. Thank you so much. That's validation for me that I know what I'm doing. Then what I did is I put it into a pretty membership site. I put 2 group calls every week, right? It's called the Evergreen Coaching Model. Membership site, group calls, unlimited one-on-one support whenever you need it. I basically started charging it for $2,500. That's it. And I remember because my Facebook group kept growing. This is the beauty of Facebook groups. They keep growing. Then people started to join in. They started to see like my videos and my presentations, and they started to see testimonials. And I remember the first individual, this could have been, I think this was like September of 2020. So I did my launch August of 2020, and then it might have been September or October. And I remember this individual, I won't give his name, he was in his 50s. He's like, hey Daniel, I've been watching your stuff. Very motivating. I'm very inspired. I loved your presentation and your backstory. It looks like you know what you're doing. I've been through speech therapy. It has been working. I work in corporate within Walmart. How much is your program? So I go, okay, so this is the membership site. Okay, this is the group coaching calls. This is basically my last interviews, blah, blah, blah. How much is it? I go, it's $2,500. He goes, sure. Do you take MasterCard? The lights went off. Just because it showed me that I had this idea. I built this audience. I provided value. They signed up for $300. I knew someone was going to pay $2,500. And that's exactly what I did. I just raised the rates to $2,500, to $3,000, to $4,000, to $5,000. At its peak, I was charging $7,500 for a stutter coaching program, and I'm not a speech therapist. So I hope this inspires you. The final thing that we do, the 6th secret, is all you got to do is do the math. And so, for example, if you want to make $10,000 a month, okay, it's basically 4 clients times 2,500. There you go. Or 2 clients times 5,000. Now, if you're like, who's going to pay 5,000? Well, you got to change up that mindset if that's the case, right? Because when you're playing the high ticket game, it's a different game that you're playing. You're not trying to work with everyone under the sun. You're trying to work with specific individuals that you're working at a personal level with. And so you got to value yourself, right? You want to make 20,000 a month, right? What is that? It is basically 8 clients times 2,500, right? Or it's 4 clients at $5,000. That's it. That's literally it. You want to make $50,000? 10 people at $5,000. 5 people at $10,000. That's literally it. And once you guys master these secrets of what is the problem that I solve in the marketplace, let me grow an audience, people that are interested in this problem that I'm solving, and provide a ton of value to this audience. Once I get all this data, let me make an offer that they can't refuse, okay? Then we want to increase the rates to an actual high ticket rate, because as a coach, if you're too cheap, people don't trust you. See, I knew that individual that paid for $2,500, if I said, hey, my program's only $300, that might have turned them off. Because you said, well, if you're so good at what you do, if you have all these testimonials, why are you so cheap, right? This is what's going through their head. So he actually valued more of what I did. And as time went on, like I started to enroll doctors and business owners and lawyers and accountants, but they respected me because of my rate, okay? And then all you gotta do after that, once you kind of build out everything, you just gotta do the math. Get more people into your Facebook group, grow it, provide more value, repeat. This is the beauty about business. Once you figure it out, it's rinse and repeat. You're repeating the same thing over and over and over again. So I hope this makes sense, guys. Apply these 6 things. If you do them properly, you will get to that, your first client. You will get to your first $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. Heck, man, $50,000 a month, like what we do plus. And so the idea is follow this method. If you guys are enjoying these videos, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, show some love down below. I make these videos for free because I want to make your life better in this coaching process of building a great coaching business, not just having it as a hobby, but treating it like an actual career that actually can sustain your lifestyle, supporting your family, and be able to do what you love full time. So my name is Daniel Francis. This is who I am, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. With that being said, we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. Now, quick question. If you are a coach and you want to learn exactly how my journey of how I built a multi-6-figure coaching business through community building, click the link down below. It's a 40-minute training. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and I basically document my whole journey to exactly how I was able to go from 0 to 10,000 a month to 20,000 a month and plus. And so if you guys are interested, click the link down below. You'll see a webinar link. Check it out. Tell me what you think. And if you're interested, come book a call with us after, and I promise you'll be worth your time. See you very soon.